In this video, we investigate, where is Lucifer according to the Bible, analyzing passages such as Isaiah 14, Ezekiel 28, Job 1, 1 Peter 5:8, and Revelation 12 and 20, with historical, linguistic, and theological context so you can understand what the text really says. If the Bible doesn't say Lucifer is burning in hell now, then where is he? Why does he appear before God in the book of Job, but in Revelation he's thrown into the lake of fire? What's more, is the term Lucifer even a name used by the biblical authors? Or is it a translation that has become traditional? Today, the passages will be lined up like a map. From Eden to the heavenly realms, from the abyss to the final destination, each stage will be shown with text and context. The goal is simple: to answer based on Scripture where Lucifer is, yesterday, today, and at the end. Before delving into the passages, it's important to familiarize yourself with your vocabulary. The word Lucifer appears in some translations of Isaiah 14:12, linked to the Hebrew term solution, morning star, bright one. The chapter's immediate context speaks of the king of Babylon, using poetic and elevated language to describe the fall of a proud man. Over time, Christian tradition applied this portrait to the figure of Satan, seeing thematic parallels: exaltation, pride, and fall. Throughout the Bible, the enemy figure is named primarily as Satan, adversary, devil, accuser, slanderer, tempter, prince of this world, dragon, ancient serpent. This video, however, follows the popular question from the public: where is Lucifer according to the Bible? Understanding Lucifer as the figure Scripture calls Satan, the devil. The task here is to construct a biblical overview, respecting the context of each book. The itinerary will be chronological and thematic. Origin and fall. The portrait of pride and collapse, Ezekiel 28, Isaiah 14, echoes in Luke 10:18. Access and performance, where he operates today, according to the New Testament, Job 1:2, Zechariah 3, Ephesians 2:2, 1 Peter 5:8, Revelation 12. Temporary arrest and final destination, abyss, millennium, judgment, lake of fire, Revelation 20. In Isaiah 14:12-15, the prophet mocks the king of Babylon with cosmic language. How art thou fallen from heaven, O solution, son of the morning? The text exposes the ambition to occupy a place above the stars of God, to sit on the Mount of Assembly, to exalt the throne, to become like the Most High, and then affirms the fall, yet you will be brought down to Sheol. Historically, the oracle targets an earthly ruler, but Christian tradition recognizes there a framework of pride that also describes spiritual rebellion. The pedagogical point is clear: self-exaltation leads to ruin. In Ezekiel 28:12-17, again an oracle to a ruler, the king of Tyre, uses larger-than-life imagery. In Eden, the garden of God, anointed cherub, perfection until iniquity was found. Your heart was lifted up because of your beauty. Many Christian readers see here, beyond the criticism of Tyre, a mirror of the primordial pride that characterizes Satan. Beauty, exalted position, corruption through pride, and a decreed downfall. The theological lesson drawn: destruction of pride before God. The echo of Jesus in Luke 10:18, "I saw Satan fall like lightning from heaven," reinforces the image of the enemy's defeat associated with the advancement of the kingdom. It can be read as a prophetic vision. The disciples' mission to cast out demons foreshadows and manifests the fall of Satan's authority. What matters is that there is a real fall and a limitation imposed by God. Now, the intriguing part. If there is a fall, why does the Bible show Satan still acting and accusing? In Good 1:2, the accuser appears before God, suggests that Job is only faithful out of self-interest, and asks permission to prove his integrity. In Zechariah 3:1-2, Satan stands at the right hand of the high priest Joshua to accuse him, and the Lord rebukes him. The pattern is consistent. He accuses, but under divine sovereignty. There is no absolute autonomy. There is permission and limits. In the New Testament, Pedro 5:8 portrays the adversary prowling around. Your adversary, the devil, as a roaring lion, walks around seeking someone to devour. Ephesians 2:2 speaks of the prince of the power of the air, language that implies a sphere of activity in the heavenly places, a theme developed in Ephesians 6:12. Revelation 12 depicts a war in heaven and, after defeat, the accuser cast down. Interpretations vary. Some see it as a victory won on the cross, which strips the accuser of the right to accuse the saints before God. Others see an eschatological projection culminating in the Great Tribulation. In both cases, the emphasis is, the accusation falls before the blood of the Lamb, Ap 12 and 10, Daniel 11. Sheol, Hades, the world of the dead, an intermediate state, not necessarily the final destination. Gina, strong image of judgment, linked to the Valley of Hinnom, used by Jesus to speak of condemnation. Tartarus, the Peter 2:4, and prison. Jude 6. Some angels who sinned are kept in chains, which tradition links to the Watchers of Genesis 6. Abyss, the abyss. Bottomless pit, Rev 9:20, place of imprisonment of spiritual beings. Lake of fire, Ap 20:10. Final destination of the devil, the beast, and the false prophet. These distinctions matter for the central question. Where is Lucifer? Now. If the Bible speaks of future arrest in the abyss and final destination in the lake of fire, then the immediate picture for the church's time does not have it burning in hell today, but acting in the world, resisted by the saints, with legal defeat in the cross and defined limits by divine sovereignty. To understand clearly, it is worth putting together a map by eras. Before, Na remains initial, pride, exaltation, and decreed ruin, imagery from Isa 14, Ez 28, echo in Luke 10:18. Old Testament period, access for accusation, Job 1-2, Zech 3, under God's limits, ministry of Christ and the cross, victory that disarms the accuser, Col 2:15, fall of his authority over God's people, Luke 10:18, Rev 12:10-11. Church period, now, acting as prince of the power of the air, a spiritual opponent to be resisted, Dehi 2-2, 6:12, Unipe 5:8, Jas 4.7. Eschatological future, prison in abyss for 1,000 years, Rev 20:1-3, soon release, Rev 20:7-9, and final destination in the lake of fire, P 20:10. Understand the tension. Defeat already conquered, and the fullness of this defeat yet to manifest itself, it is this already and not yet that explains why he still acts, while his end is decreed.